Startups await clarity and some relief on the angel tax issue. Many of them continue to receive notices from the Income Tax Department. To continue our discussion on this issue, joining us now, Sreejith Mooliyal, co-founder of True Elements, and Junaid, Shaikh, the CEO of Radoratory Technologies. Sreejith and Junaid, appreciate you joining us. You just heard the Finance Secretary there. As we've been reporting, there have been discussions that have been underway between the CBDT and the DIPP. Clarity is still awaited. Sreejith, I know that startups are looking at the possibility of legal recourse as well. Where do things currently stand? How much is the pain now?
Shereen, thanks for allowing us on board. And what Finance Secretary has told is not what the real fact on the ground is. As on 13th March, all of us, all the startups registered, 8,600 plus startups registered in DIPP, got a startup kit which clearly mentions that the DIPP certification will not be considered for Section 56 exemption, and the startups need an IMB certification, which is what we are contesting, because the classification or qualification to get an IMB certification is the startup need to be innovative. And if you're telling that only an innovative startup can raise an angel investment, then we are not talking about Startup India. So I think there is some, at least what the document which all of us have got, which is what Finance Secretary is telling is two different stuff. Because we have got a startup kit which clearly mentioned that if you need an angel tax exemption, you need an IMB certification. That's one. And subsequently to your question, so after this startup kit which we received, we actually were waiting for a positive response from the government which didn't come through. And after this startup kit, all of us have approached lawyers to file a PIL, because otherwise we don't see any hope in the end of the tunnel. Because we have founders who are exploring to move out of the country. There is a founder whose bank account has been frozen. There is a founder whose angel investor is asking for an indemnity to be signed in case if an angel tax comes in, it will not be carved out from my funds and it will be carved from the company. So this is the ground reality. This is what we are facing.
Okay, you're saying that the startup kit that all of you have received basically causes more confusion. It hasn't given any clarity, and you're saying that the interministerial board's certification is required to get the waiver from Section 56. You said you're also looking at the possibility of a PIL. What have legal experts told you? What is the legal opinion that you've got so far say?
We are getting a mixed response. We are not getting a clear-cut idea because we are here questioning a law, right? As of now, whatever the CBDT notification and the Act says, that we need to get an IMB certification. And what we are trying to question through the legal system is that an innovation, which is the qualification criteria for IMB, applicable for all the startups, will it be counterproductive for startups? So we are not getting a from lawyers. We have spoken to 3 lawyers in Bombay, and we are trying to file it in Bombay High Court. So that's why we are stuck, because we are not getting a clear-cut positive response. And last Friday we heard that government is reconsidering the overall structure. So we are going ahead with the legal, but hoping before that something comes through. Otherwise, because we need to file this by the end of April, because all of us have got notices as of December end, and we were supposed to file an appeal, which we did, without paying the 20%, and beyond 2 months we will not get a leeway. So that means by end of April, most of our company accounts could get frozen. So that means the time we have is next 20 days. So either we get a positive response from government, or we need to go the legal way. So we still haven't got a clear-cut answer from lawyers. So as probably
sure, Junaid.
Yeah. So I was asking.
Junaid, let me come to you now. As Sreejith was pointing out that you have about 20 days now, and of course the hope is that there will be some clarity that will come in from the government by then, but if not, then a PIL is possibly what you are looking at. Junaid, give me a sense of the kind of pain that your company is faced with.
Hi Shereen. So just recently we signed a term sheet with an investor who is committed in funding us. But as a founder, I have to protect investors' money and see that all of the money is spent on building and growing the business. And therefore, our company can be a part of growth story of India. But the ground reality is different, and so investor is not investing the money to pay tax again on top of his income tax, right? It doesn't make any sense. I'm not sure what to do, whether to take funding now and get slapped with a notice or wait for a change in law, which again is very difficult for us as startups because we have to move at rocket speed to spread into the market because startup world is very competitive. And yeah, government will say that we have to, startups should raise money from venture capital firms. But it's important to understand that this is coming to play at a later stage, not at seed stage. And second thing, what I want to ask was, see, IMB says that it gives tax benefits for startups who they consider as innovative, right? But innovative is kind of, yes. But innovation is again kind of subjective, Shereen. Innovation means different things for different people. So what they think is innovative, it shouldn't be like that, right? So that's what
have either of you tried to apply for the IMB certification?
Yes.
Junaid, let me start by asking you.
Yes. My certification is currently in process. Yes.
Same with us, Shereen. So we were the group of 18 startups which the Finance Ministry was considering as case studies to understand this case better. So all of us have been in consideration for IMB certification. But the scarier part is, of the 3,600 plus startups who were considered for IMB certification, in last 86 have got the certification. Okay, that means the rest all startups will have to pay the angel tax. Okay, that's where the problem starts. For example,
so how long, Sreejith, how long has it been? But how long has it been since you applied for the IMB certification?
So IMB committee sits once in a month, around 15th of every month. So they pick up cases from their internal groups, or else they directly get applications for IMB certification. In our cases, all of our cases were picked up last month, so they should be sitting on those cases this month. Hopefully, if they will look at our cases this month.
Okay, well, let's hope that there is some sort of clarity that emerges from the government. We are given to understand that the CBDT and the DIPP are in discussion. Sreejith and Junaid, appreciate you joining us here to discuss the pain that's being felt across startups in the country, and we'll, of course, keep you updated on the developments. For now, thanks very much for joining us here on CNBC TV18.